Coming to you from Investor Town Hall's headquarters in sunny San Diego, California, I'm Daniel Wong. On today's program, we have a company that is gaining a global reputation as a zero-waste green hero with its liquid fertilizer product that makes toxic metals 100% reusable. Stay right there. We're talking about what investors need to know and opportunities in the green tech space and how Itronics, Inc. is leading the way to a sustainable world. Itronics is a Nevada-based company, and today we have the company's president and chief operating officer of the company since 1988 to present. He received his PhD in mineral economics from Pennsylvania State University in '76, his MS in mineralogy from the University of Nebraska in '71, and is internationally recognized consultant in the field of metal and material resource economics. He's presented various seminars for clients on mining economics, taught classes, etc. And with the Itronics company, they've received international recognition for some of the achievements they are commercializing. So, Dr. Whitney, you're doing some very unique things in the green sustainability technology. I've never heard of this until now, and I'm sure most of our audience has not heard about it either. Can you walk us through the business model and what Itronics does?
Itronics recycles spent silver-bearing photographic liquids, and it removes the silver from the liquid and produces silver bullion and silver-bearing glass through a refining process. And then the liquid, after the silver removal, is used as a base material to make a line of very high-quality liquid fertilizers called GOLD'n GRO. And when we do that process, we consume 100% of the waste. So it's all converted to commercial goods. So at the end of the day, the waste stream goes bye-bye, and commercial products result, and a benefit to the environment.
And so for our audience, I want to make this very clear, and let's get this straight. You're actually pulling silver out of the photoliquid waste, which is the waste that comes from the refineries. Can you just maybe explain that a little bit there?
The photographic liquids are produced by photoprocessing, which still exists today, even with digital photography. It's produced by consumer photography production of prints that people order from companies that do that, and then X-ray imaging by the medical facilities. A lot of that's gone digital, but there's still a fair amount of conventional silver halide processing. And so the liquids that are generated by that are the photographic liquids, which contain silver. And so that's our raw material for the production of silver bullion, and then the liquid for the production of the GOLD'n GRO fertilizers.
Well, that's obviously great timing for you, especially with silver starting to be on the rise, and seems like a very timely thing for you there. Now, recovering it from there, you mentioned to me there's some things going on in the second half of the year regarding kind of a leaching operation. Can you maybe explain that a little bit to us?
Yeah, we've been working for several years to perfect a procedure for removing sulfur and iron from the concentrates that we produce when we remove the silver from the photographic liquid. And we have a pilot plant, and we're doing a 5-time scale up, and we expect to get that operational in the second half of this year. And when that happens, then our silver production will increase significantly using the new technology. So, and our timing is pretty good. Silver price is up 48% since the first of the year, so that should be really helpful to the company.
Well, we'll definitely look forward to hearing more about that once that gets underway and we can see the progress that has been completed from that. You also, when we talked about, you're doing something called e-scrap. You're doing a study on the viability of incorporating e-scrap. Can you explain to us what that is and how you're doing that?
Yeah, the e-scrap that we talk about and that we're dealing with is the circuit boards and used computers that most people have a personal computer. They have a tower that's part of the main part of the computer. Inside that tower are circuit boards, and those circuit boards have a little bit of silver, gold, and palladium on them. So we're taking those circuit boards, grinding them up, and then using them as an ingredient, a feed material to our silver refining operation. And if that all works, then we'll become an outlet for scrap circuit boards, and the company will benefit by recovering a little bit of additional silver, but mainly by gold recovery and the palladium. So it will increase our revenues and provide an outlet for a category of scrap that right now has difficulty finding a home.
Absolutely fascinating. You're actually pulling these precious metals out of these waste products, and you're grinding up circuit boards and really moving forward in the green sustainability sector. It's a hot topic right now, and I'd kind of like to ask you, where do you see this industry going? How do you see this going forward? Are there some new areas you might want to apply some things you're working on here, or kind of where do you see it going?
Yeah, we just published, we put out a press release yesterday announcing the issuance of our 2016 corporate profile, and we've got a detailed description of what the company does, its history, and its plans for the future. And in that profile, we've presented a number of we call them technology extensions. They're basically extending the zero waste know-how that we've perfected into new categories of waste processing. So we've laid out a pretty good plan, and everything, continuing to succeed, it sets the foundation for long-term growth for this company.
Absolutely. So we did see that yesterday, and for our audience out there, otcmarkets.com, if you look up the ticker symbol ITRO under the news section, you'll be able to see that release we're talking about right now. Let's go into the GOLD'n GRO fertilizer. I've seen some pretty interesting slides here showing the effectiveness of it. Can you take us through what that is a little bit?
Yeah, the GOLD'n GRO fertilizer is a category of plant nutrient materials that we developed using the photographic liquids as a base. And what we've found with those fertilizers is that they improve the ability of the plant to extract nutrients from the soil. So it makes it easier to give the plant the nutrients it needs to grow properly. And I think you've got a picture there showing a tomato plant that was fertilized with one of our GOLD'n GRO fertilizers. The stuff really works, and in large-scale field testing and actual application, in some crops such as lettuce, we've seen our GOLD'n GRO fertilizer work up to 3 times better, meaning you can use 1/3 as much to get an adequate nutrition level into the plants. So it's a new category of nutrient materials, and we've got a range of fertilizers. There's 10 fertilizers, so that they can, and I think on page 16 in the profile there's a table. But anyway, we've got it worked out now, so there's a GOLD'n GRO fertilizer or mix of GOLD'n GRO fertilizers that could provide the nutrient requirements of just about any type of plant or any crop.
Absolutely amazing what you're doing. The fact that you're recycling this and you're helping with growing plants. I mean, gosh, I just couldn't really ask for a better product here with what you're going on. I want to let everyone know GOLD'n GRO liquid fertilizers are available on Amazon.com, and you type in GOLD'n GRO, or you can go to the Itronics.com website, and they have in the right-hand corner a icon to buy GOLD'n GRO. Also, it's a great website to go look at what else they're doing and a lot of things more about the company in more depth. Dr. Whitney, it's been a very long time coming. You've been working on this. Where do you see the company going in the next 2 years here?
Well, in the next 2 years, we expect to see our fertilizer sales increase because of some new application development that we're doing. We're anticipating a significant increase in our precious metal recovery and sales. And then I think, that's pretty much for the next 2 years where we're pointed. And the precious metal as a percentage of our total sales is going to increase fairly significant.
Well, Dr. Whitney,
and with the price increases, that just boosts it.
Absolutely. Dr. Whitney, I hate to cut you off, but it looks like we're out of time for right now. We wanted to thank our guest of Itronics, President and Chief Operating Officer, Dr. John Whitney, for being on the program. Dr. Whitney, thank you so much. We hope to have you again on soon.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Catch more video interviews on InvestorTownHall.com in the webcast section, and tune in next time and get your voice heard. Stay tuned for the next interviews here on InvestorTownHall.com. Also, make sure to join a stock board to start the discussion and get your voice heard. Investor Town Hall connects investors and companies building trust and transparency in both public and private companies. This is your chance to get your voice heard on our platform and share information with investors just like you. From equity crowdfunding, Regulation A+, to emerging growth companies, we are on the front lines in capital formation and entrepreneurship. Find out how the average Joe can get skin in the game. We put leading industry professionals front and center, giving you access to years of knowledge and expertise. Join the conversation on InvestorTownHall.com and sign up for your free account today.